YouTube friends, I'm back coming on today, obviously because I'm here, to share a bit of I don't know whether it's a new idea out there or whether somebody else has already done it and I just haven't found the YouTube channel for it, but I'm not going to claim this is mine because I don't believe I own anything or whatever, but I'm just going to show you my lollipop stick idea. So I don't know what do you call them in the States and Australia? You don't call them lollipop sticks. You call them popsicle sticks. But in the UK, well, I call them lollipop sticks. And you can get about 100 for £1.50 at the Works or at Hobbycraft or any craft shop. So we started off, and they're made of balsa wood and they're nice and smooth. And I can't even remember how this project came about, but anyway, this is how they end up. And I don't have to do a lot to it. And I'm sure that some person has already done this on YouTube, but I'm just going to show you in case they haven't. And I'm just going to do it because I can. So I've done a load there, and this lot I have then stamped on. So I've just over stamped with a pigment ink on it. And this one, I've done word on it. Now that side, I have done it onto pre-coffee dyed paper. And on that side, I've stamped it straight onto the stick. So a couple of ideas there. And what am I going to do with these sticks, you ask, or maybe not. I'm actually going to use them in my journals. So I thought to myself, well, to colour them up, first of all, I'm just going to use what's left over from this beautiful. I picked up a pack of 50, for £1.99 balloon serviette things, paper serviette things. Don't know what you call them either in another country, but we call them party napkins maybe. I don't know. So the quickest way I did this was I'm just using the edge up now. That's got it's already almost a bit die cutty, bit embossed. That's the word I'm looking for, not die cut. Embossed, and I don't mind that. So I have my little plastic bag as my tray because I can. Putting a little bit of just normal PVA, school PVA glue on this, and it can be a bit messy, so bear with. I'm just going to hold my sticks and paint my sticks with the glue. Now what you've got to make sure is you get the edges, okay? Go down about 3/4 of the way, and put them quite close together. Don't worry about them sticking together. It's not a big deal. Where's my spare stick? And then when I get to there, I kind of hold all the sticks down and do, if I can, whoops, and do this end so I don't get too glued up with my fingers. I hope I'm on camera doing this. I don't know whether we can see properly, but I'm just doing the same with this end as I did with that end. Okay, so now all my sticks are stuck. Got glue on rather. And I'm just going to place my napkin straight on the top. I'm going to make sure I've got enough for the other side. Hold on. It doesn't matter if I haven't got it straight or it misses a bit. And then once again, go over just gently with some glue on your spatula, on your brush, or if you are using a spatula, I'm just using a brush. And make sure you get the ends. And then dry it very quickly. Heat gun it. And I'd cut you off there because it does take a couple of minutes. And then gently take your sticks, which are now, I would say 90% dry, okay? And what you don't want is that bit on there, so just dry your table if you're messy like me. I don't have a craft mat on here. My table is my craft mat because everything just gets wiped down eventually. So I'm just going to move that to one side. Then turn your sticks over and do the very same on the other side. Obviously with this you don't, and if you want to do it a different way, that's fine. I'm just showing the way that I've been doing it today, and this is, I'm just getting straight on here saying, do you know what, I should be tubing this. I should be. So here I am tubing it. Now I did say that I'm not sure if this one actually totally blinking fits, but that's okay. I'm going to try and get it as on as possible. Because again, a bit like decoupage, it doesn't matter, because you can, if you want to, add extra to it. A bit more glue on my super duper expensive tray there. And again, just very gently. You don't need to put any pressure on, you just need the glue to smooth out the paper. Okay, no pressure required. No rocket science either, but no pressure required. There we go. Dry again. I have to say, the drier you get it at this stage, the easier the next part is going to be. Now, obviously, you've got all this excess, so you could, I haven't got any water to hand, but you could just put water on there and then just break this apart, because it will come off really easy. Or you can just cut it, sorry I was off camera there, cut it as close to the wood as you want. And there's a couple of ways you can finish this off. You could use a nail file. But the drier the paper, the easier this part is actually going to be. But this is still a little bit tacky. But I just want to show you, sorry I was off camera again then. I just want to show you the concept of how to do this. Right, and again, this part, if this is drier, let me show you this one, because then it's easier to do. You just bend it and bend it, bend it, bend it, bend it, and it comes apart. And then with these little straddly bits, what I did was I just took a little bit of glue on my fingers and just went over, ran it down the side, and just kind of tucked it all in, smoothed it over, no rhyme, no reason, where it's got to go, and then just stuck it on there. Actually stuck it on top of another one to dry. But before you do that, I'd say take all of these apart, and the drier this is, the easier that this part will be obviously, because you won't tear, it'll just come apart so easy, whereas this is a little bit still wet. So there we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and actually you can't see that embossing on here at all. And again, you could just now file this off, but I did like just the thought of just running your finger around and off it goes. It's done, job done, you know. So just because these are going to get covered up anyway, so it's not like it's going to be on show, because I'm actually going to, like you would with all, finish the sentence. Sorry, I have a habit of doing that. I know what I was saying in my head, but it just never come out of my mouth. And then you don't get it, and I think I've said it. What's that about? Oh dear. You got to laugh, haven't you? Okay. Right, so there we go. I'll finish the sentence. In fact, I'll start the sentence again. How's that? So with the ones I've already done, I didn't bring my cloth with me. I'm going to drop one on the floor, because that's normal for me, right? It would not be right if I didn't drop something in the making of a YouTube. So, finish the sentence again. So here, I'm just going to rub this across Inky Doo. I can't do it with that hand actually, but I've got glue all over this one, so I'm likely to stick to the actual pad myself. Or you could just run a Sharpie down this, a Sharpie ink marker, just to colour the edge up, okay? But as I don't have one of those to hand easily, I'm going to just rub the edge of, just to give you an idea, the edge of my ink pad all the way down the side, like so. There you go. Okay, give that a bit of a dry if you need to, or leave it on the side and be patient by going off and doing something else. So again, I've pretty much used up the whole, all but those 2 scraps, which I'm going to keep, the whole of one napkin, and that has done one on the floor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 23 double-sided lollipop sticks. Okay, so then what I thought, because this is going to be used in a junk journal, what you could do then is you could elaborate on this however you so wanted. I really do suggest that you do let them dry though, because they do stick otherwise. So once they're all dry and hunky-dory, bring in the ones we did earlier, then you could do whatever you want on them. You could write on them, you could stamp on them, you could, well, whatever you want really. You put flags on them. Or actually, what did I think of earlier? Oh yeah, I wanted to try this one. You could actually do dictionary page. Okay, so I've stamped this one up with just some music stamps. These ones, can't see them. Just get that. So these ones, and these are AliExpress. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, lollipop sticks. And I'm going to see, oh, I am such a messy crafter. Right, I'm going to see if it's going to, well, this is just the experiment part now, because the lollipop stick is just under the depth of the width. Is that's the width, this left to right is the width, isn't it? Just under, just a smidge under. But I could actually decorate the top of this, could I not? If you didn't want to waste any paper, let's just have a look. And then you could put something on the top of that. But anyway, because I don't like waste, I am actually just going to do it this way, just for purpose of video, just to show you. And I'm going to do, I mean, again, you could stamp anything you want on here, and then you could, I mean, you could vintage dye it if you want, you could use coffee paper. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do a nice odd number of 7. Let's get some glue first. That might work, mightn't it? I mean, you could actually put your glue straight on like I did with my first batch. But, you know, hold down and put your glue on. And I don't know how this is going to work out because I've never worked. This is a little, it's not tissue paper. It's a French dictionary page. And I haven't, what's the word I'm looking for? What haven't I done? I haven't, oh, I don't want to get all sticky. Oh my words, bronzed it up, you know, aged it, that's the word I'm looking for. Or vintaged it up in any way. I haven't dyed it, that's the word I'm looking for. I haven't dyed it in any way, shape or form. Okie coke, that's that. Let's pop that over the top. Now I've got to make sure. Oh yeah, go on then. That. I was going to say that I've got enough for the other side because I haven't printed 2 sheets out. But that's okay because we don't necessarily need the same thing on the other side. You could actually just paint the other side. Or you could just, again, use up the scraps from this side. Or you could actually, couldn't you? Look, see, I'm talking to myself as I'm doing this. I've no idea what I'm doing. Well, I didn't think this out. I haven't thought it out, so I'm going to be off camera. I'm just cutting far away from you. You know, I mean, actually, just thinking about how I've got it here now, you could actually just paint the back black if you wanted to, or wash it, you know, washi tape it. You could actually stick anything you want on it, really. Now I've got the concept of lollipop sticks. I don't know what inspired me to do this. And again, I haven't watched anybody do it, so I know it hasn't come from that part. That's not to say nobody hasn't done it. Okay, so let's just stamp on this then, shall we? Shall we? Yeah, why not? Let me just take that off of there. Now I've got some words here. Now I've probably got loads more, but I just can't be bothered to look at them in it for them. So I've got a couple in here, and again, this lot were from AliExpress. So I'm going to do life is... Actually, I'm not. I'm going to do all you need. Oh, I'm not. I'm so not. I'm going to do my favourite word, dream. Well, one of my favourite words anyway. And I'm just going to dream all the way across my... I'm just going to dream all the way across my ink pad. Now, because I don't think I've used this before, I don't know whether it's going to work. And again, you could paint over these. You could actually gesso. Should we do that? That's even better, because that might work even better. And I've got some gesso to hand here, because I went and got a new pot yesterday. So let's just do a quick gesso job. Or not. So, bear with. Had a massive issue there. Not that you knew anything about the drama that went in the background, but the whole iMovie thing said no space, disk is full, blah blah blah. So anyway, so we've done the... Get on with it. We've done the first side with the dictionary page. Second side I quickly gessoed, because I think that's where I got up to, the fact that my gesso pot just leaked everywhere. It's a brand new pot, so I've gessoed on them, and then I said we were going to do some oh, not again, your disc is almost full. What's that about? I've emptied this. I've done... Oh, anyway, so we're going to stamp on here dream all the way across. Not in any... I mean, if I had my script, I've got a script page somewhere, I'd probably do that, but let's get this out of the way. Let's get you in shot. See, now I've put it all through the glue. Oh, man. You gotta laugh at me. I am the clumsiest woman on the planet. Welcome to Clumsy Planet World. Let's get that out of the way. Okay, stop clattering around. Where did I get to? Oh, now I've stamped all over the table, look. Right, so I'm just going to stamp all over the gessoed. And of course, then when you take it off, it's not going to be... All the words aren't going to be on the same stick, are they? Which is great. I mean, it might be if I can get it on there, but because all these sticks are going to get separated. Whoops, wrong hand. And again, you don't have to do no rhyme or reason. You don't have to get the letters straight or get the impression. You could do light impression if you wanted to, just to get something on there. You know, just to give you the idea. I mean, I'm sure you guys are so creative. You're bound to come up with something. Oh my God, that's just given me the most amazing idea to work with, which is great. So here we go again. I'm just going to... I don't know whether this is going to work, because we've only... I've only stuck on one side. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to... Ooh. Oh, it's not dry enough. Maybe. Oh. And I've just had another idea. Well, let's put some more stamp on this as well while we go. While we're out, while we've got the stamp out. Why not? Okay, let's do it. let's live the dream, eh? Let's push the boat out. Okay. Oh, no, that doesn't go like that. I might have to cut these ones, I think. Just no biggie. Because I don't think they're going to... You see, they might tear actually. But I think these ones were... Or are. It's obviously not tissue paper, is it? Clearly, it's a dictionary page, so I might have to score very gently down each one just to... There we go. Just to... I don't even know where it is, look. Just to... And because these aren't too thick, they would be great in a journal as a stick with a logo on it, a stick with a picture on it, a bit like the, I suppose, a bit like the, she reaches for one, paper clip is the word I was looking for, because I got some jumbo paper clips yesterday to make some tags. These are humongous, 75mm. They're the biggest ones I've seen actually yet. And I'm going to put those together at some point. But whilst I was thinking of what else you could use in your journals, it was this. It was like, oh, okay, because these sticks are not very thick, are they? They're, you know, probably about 1 millimetre or so. I don't know. And even put two together, it's not oh so granuloso. So let's just do this one, and then see how we go. Oh, that's pulled that off of there. Let me fix that one later. Okay, so on to, and again, you could just file that if you wanted to, file it all off and have a bit, you know, jiggy, jaggy edges and all the rest of it. Let's just tidy that up a little bit. And again there, that's the starting point of something amazing, isn't it? So you could then just put those to one side. Let's just see if we can add to this little project. What have I got over here? I haven't got any paper that I want to, we'll use this bit. So again, you could put a word on, you could put ephemera on, you could add tags going that way to it if you wanted to. You could do whatever you wanted to this. So you could put more elements on it. You could put a flower on the top. You could add butterflies to get some ephemera. So this was 25p in a sale at the works years ago, actually a couple of years ago, and they're just stick on. Can't take it off now because I've stuck it on. Little pieces. There's a little bit of a leaf that goes with this one. Oh, let me just get it right. So they've just got those little sticker things on the mount. You don't have to, obviously, mount it. Oh, that was no good. I'm trying to get it on the stick. There you go. I've got some other ones. So you could use that now in a tuck spot, just put in a tuck spot, or you could actually glue this to the back to your journal page. Wild your oyster. Before, I better get this out before this computer decides it's not going to let me do it. Okay, so the wow was, yes, you can punch a hole through it, because I've just done it. With that, this one is from Wilko, and then I've put the silver, I don't know what you call these things that go in those holes, whatever they are anyway, that you crimp on the back. So yes, you can do that. Oh, where have you gone? That opens up a whole new ball game, doesn't it? The world your oyster when you do that. And you could even probably cut that in half or even a quarter and have it as a tab. You could hang ribbon off of it. You can hang charms off of it. Wild your oyster. See, here's a couple here I've done just with stickers. And you can just put these in your journals, a bit like a cocktail stick, really. It's a bit like a cocktail stick. And then I've glued some buttons on this one. And they're so super light, they're not going to weigh your journal down. And that one's got those pretty stamps on the back. You could even, I've just had another stonking idea. She grasps, hold on, I'll be back. Motion then. You could even soft copper wire. Actually, let me just get me more creative with this. Oh. See, it just happens in the moment sometimes, doesn't it? Just turn that around over there. I'm just, chucking everything on. In fact, let me just get that off. And let's just play with that bit for a minute. And I'm only just playing because this is just literally coming to me as we speak. So I'm just going to, I'm no jeweler, trust me. I'm just going to wrap that because this is soft copper. This is pretty okay to do. Easy to do, I should say. Now I can't get the pliers out. So all I've done is just twisted the circle on itself, okay? Just to give you a little... Now I'm going to wrap that around this stick. I'm going to glue that bit just there. But because it's soft, it's pretty... Oh, what's going on with my glue gun? Oh, it's heated up. Look at that everywhere. So I'm just going to put a bit of glue there and stick that bit down just there. Oh, ow. So all I've done is stuck it on. So I haven't stuck it on, have I? You get the gist of where I'm going with this. Or maybe you don't, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it's just me that's excited. Have I even got that on there? Let's get that off of there. Ow. Right, so... And it's so simple. That is, you know, this wire is ridiculously soft. So you can get this from craft stores. And again, so you don't catch yourself on that bit. Not that that's actually sharp. You could then roll that one again if you wanted to. Roll it. Or you could just put a bit of washi tape over the top of it. Twist it and turn. And actually you could even hang a charm off of that. If you don't want to... Oh, nearly glue all over my hair then. Then again, a little bit of glue on the bottom of that end. And just to glue that down. Oh, she says, a bit fiddly. Hold my wire clippers in there. Oh. Take the excess off. Yeah. And there you have one cute, oh, where are you? Cute little wired stick. It just came to me, so I just thought I'd share it. But I'm loving this one. Right. Is there anything more I can do for you? Yes, there is. Another project, actually, a very quick. Let's just get all these out of the way. Another quick. So onto the floor there. Oh, pull my other desk in. I made some pins the other day. Now, I'm only going to show you. I'm not going to be able to demo this one because I need straight wire, and I don't have any straight wire. So I'm just going to explain how I've done it. This is actually on memory wire, but if you get approximately a 22 gauge wire, then you'll be able to do the same thing. You can see this is wire, okay, but this is memory wire, and I had to straighten it out because it's memory wire. It doesn't straighten very easily. So what I did was, I'm sure everybody has worked on or done pins or charms. This is one of those, charm, but on the top I've used material. So I turned the top over as a hook, and again, what I made the mistake of on these was I didn't, let me just grab on where I then had to do it. I had to go back and put a lobster clasp on it because I thought, how the hell they're going to use it in my journals. So I've put the lobster claw clasp, which needs to be done first. Oh, too close. Am I too close? Or is that just not picking it up? Then I did the hook. I bent the wire around on itself. Use this one because there's a little bit of space to work with on this one. And then I got these little squares of sort of vintage. They're really cheapo. I would have said it's not even cotton because it won't rip, it just frays. From the Works, but you just need cheap cotton. cheap something. You don't want expensive stuff to do this. And you do yourself a strip like this one. Cut yourself a strip about that long as wide as it is. You don't need much. And then what you're going to do is with the other end of the pin, well, it's not a pin, it's the wire. You just literally thread it through. So your concertina, the actual material, onto the wire. And then you push it up, because this frays, it kind of gives it a good jaggedy edge. And I've done one where I've actually got too much material, and I can't actually, I think it's this one. No, there's one of them, I can't actually move it. I did it that one originally. The more room you give it to ruffle, obviously, the better it looks. Can't remember which one it was. And I did some lace here as well. And then I just threaded some beads on. Now, with this one, I did actually do, you see this one's not super straight, but I'm kind of okay with that. I did do a silver, I don't know, end stop bead, I think they're called end stoppers or bead stoppers or something. And then I just used tiny beads, and on this one I've done a little jingly jangly bell. And again, so these can be clipped onto. So let's go back to the lollipop stick. Bring in the lollipop stick and see if I bet I can't get that in there. Oh, I would have done if I hadn't put the ring on it. Look at that. That's okay, I've got a plan B for that. Let me do plan B while you're with me. Oh, no, that's not the box I need. So let's do plan B. I have, maybe that's going to work. I have a jump ring, tiny jump ring. So small it's almost ridiculous. One jump ring, one pair of pliers. Oh, can't see where the opening is. And did you know that when you open jump rings, always open them to straight, so you just pull. Don't ever twist them down, because that weakens them, and that's when your jump rings will break. You just need to pull straight almost. Let's see if this will go on here. It says, look, live on camera it never goes straight, does it? Never works out right. I might need a bigger jump ring, but for now we'll have a go. We'll have a go with this one. I was being hopeful. I will get this on here. Maybe I won't. Okay, so plan B. I've got to just bear with. See if I can go again. You're not aware of all the background problems that I'm getting here doing this video, but I am, and it's pretty frustrating. So, where did we get to? So, yeah, lollipop stick, ring. Now I've gone from small ring to stupidly, ridiculously, but not too large. I mean, I don't know what size this ring is, but it's a bit like a small sleeper, a child sleeper for the earrings. So I've hooked that through there and then hooked on my charms. And again, you could use that, just get you a little bit further away so you can see. So you could use that either inside a book, you could use it, well, anywhere you like really. Inside a bookmark, you could use it as a bookmark. So I just thought I wanted to come on and just share that last little bit with you, just to make these charms a little bit different. I've just added a bit of cotton at the top, and I know you guys make some lovely charms, and I'm sure I'm going to stamp on this lollipop stick because it's not got anything in it, even though it's got beautiful balloons all over it. I'm just going to finish it off with Dream. So, there we have it. That's my project for you today, guys. Anyway, so I hope you liked it. Please help me to build my channel. I can't build this channel, guys, without you. So I really would appreciate your support, and hope that you will subscribe and start chatting, comments, good positive comments. I know, there's probably some negative stuff you could say about all my projects, but why? We don't need to hear that. And the little charms, I love these little charms. A little seahorse on that one. So yeah, please subscribe, please like, and if you want to have regular updates, I try and do 3 a week. I try and post 3 a week on different things. It won't always be about crafting. It could be about my container gardening. It could be about cooking because I love cooking. So this channel really is about all the things I love to do. Yeah, so I really hope that we can build a friendship together because I would love that. Until the next time. And in this weather, which it is, super sunny 1 minute and chucking it down the next, which is great because it's filling up my new water butt, so I'm very happy with that. I'll leave you with some thoughts and contemplation of how you're going to use your lollipop sticks. And whilst we have another downpour here, but never miss a rainbow whilst you're looking down. That's what I wanted to say about the dark clouds today and the sunshine. Thank you, my friends, for joining me. Speak to you later. Bye.